Hey guys, Monkeysnuts.com here. So today is the last day of the year and I figured I'd do a little video. Bearing in mind, oh, is that guy gonna stop? No, he's not gonna stop. Yeah, so figured last little vlog of the year. Nice little jumpy bit there. I love that little bit of road. Nice little lump. So yeah, last vlog of the year. And I figured may as well talk about the holiday season during it. Well, during it, but you know what I mean. Right, basically, just want to know what you guys have been up to for Christmas and that. Personally, I had quite a good Christmas. It just involved sort of a lot of things involving my car, and oh, someone's reversing out there. And basically, yeah, a lot of fat car stuff, a lot of family stuff. Work was okay. Work has been quite quiet. Not really a lot of stress from that, really. I mean, I've been doing 2 5-a-day-a-week jobs for the past month, so that in itself is obviously been quite a bit stressful. So, but I think I've coped quite well. I haven't done too bad. I'm finishing one job today. Got that this evening, and then I'm just focusing on the one job from now on. I'm not going to go into what the jobs are or anything. But yeah, my life is pretty much sorted out at the moment. Treated my car to a couple of little bits. I'll stop somewhere and show you them in a minute. She's on the phone, and yeah, it's been pretty good, to be fair. I mean, my car's I'm quite happy with how my car's doing at the moment. I managed to get some spring. Basically, what had happened was I needed a new shock absorber on that corner. So I bought what I thought were a pair of shock absorbers, so you get left and right, or near side and offside. So I bought them, took them. I didn't even bother opening them because I assumed that they were correct, because that's how I bought them. Took the car booked the car into the garage, took it there. Then, whilst I was at work, I got a phone call from the garage saying, you do know you've got 2 shocks that are only for the same side of the car. And I was like, well, what do you mean? He was like, right, well, you've got 2 near side shock absorbers. And I was like, well, hang on, I bought it thinking that sort of like I had a near side and offside. And he said, yeah, he said that he can replace the near side, but he couldn't do the offside, obviously. So I was like, oh, right, okay, alright, we'll just replace that one, because that's the one that needed doing. So, yeah, turns out, even the guy that I bought them off, he misread, well, not misread, but he bought them thinking that they were near side and offside as well. So obviously, like, it's a mistake on both of our parts for not checking it or whatever. Or I don't really know what happened, but the guy was nice about it. He was nice enough to take the spare shock back off my hands. So that's one problem that was sorted. But the other second part of that issue was that when they were actually changing that shock absorber over, turns out on that one corner, that one side of the car, it actually had a lowering spring on it, a lowered spring on it, which I was a little bit confused by, because I was like, hang on, why does that have a lowering spring on, but all the 3 other corners of the car don't? So I did a little bit of investigating into the history of the car. It turns out it had actually had some kind of collision or an accident or something happened to it. Oh, little doggy's watching my car. Doggy. Yeah, it had a little accident, or I don't know what happened, but basically it had £1,000 repair done to just that corner in 2012, when it was only on 36,000 miles, and it's on now, it's 86,000, so that's an extra 50,000. So yeah, I and all the damage report said was repair to suspension and repair to bodywork. Now, I know full well that it's had a new panel on that side, because it's been repainted, because it's red behind it, because some of the pale paint on the little rubber seal is peeling off a little bit. But no idea what happened or whatever, but I mean, it must have had a used shock, and it must have had a used spring on that corner as well. It must have been a cheap job, but they must have charged £1,000 just for the sake of it. I don't quite understand why would someone pay that much on the car. Oh, pheasant. Should we hit the pheasant? Oh, nearly. Just missed it. So, yeah, no idea why that, but I mean, I managed to get off someone else who was an incredibly nice person. I managed to get two good shocks, which had one near side spring was in good condition, but the driver's side spring had, the coil had snapped. But it was only the near side one that I wanted. So the guy was really nice enough to give me that for free, to be honest, for the both shocks. So I was really grateful of that. I was really surprised when he said that he didn't really want anything, but I mean, I did say that I wanted to send him something, but he wasn't on PayPal at the time. Oh no, sorry, no, that's it. He wasn't on PayPal at the time. I think he managed to set up an account or something, and then he messaged me the other day, so I just sent money through to him because he asked for, because I was more than happy to do that. I mean, I was very grateful because it helped me so much, because that standard spring that was on it, it's now on there, and because that one corner was super stiff, like I could feel when I was going over speed bumps, the whole car was wobbling side to side, and I couldn't. Oh, he's having a beautiful look out at the scenery. Oh, little scenic place to park. And yeah, the guy was like, he was so nice, and I sent him whatever he asked for. He could have asked me for 40 quid and I would have said yeah, because he was that nice. And yeah, that corner is now sorted, so the whole car, okay, it's got an upgraded shock absorber on that corner, but that doesn't actually make the feel of the car any different. It doesn't make it any stiffer on any corners or anything. It doesn't put it off balance or anything. It's okay, to be honest. So yeah, that's that problem sorted now. And the other thing is, I now have my Volvo alloys on this car. Now, if you can remember back to before summer, so sort of like late springtime, my Volvo had some big, very rare 17-inch Arcadia alloys on it. Now these alloys were really nice. I absolutely adored them, and because of how much they actually cost me to buy, I took them back off the Volvo when I sold the Volvo. Bearing in mind they cost me 200 quid to buy at the time, and that was when they were in poor condition. They needed tall tyres all round on them. They weren't the best of alloys, to be honest. But I managed to sort them out basically. But for 200 quid, and for how rare they were, I just went and snapped them. I had to drive all the way up to Stockport to get them. But I was very happy. Now, when I sold the Volvo I only sold for 100 quid, so I was like, well, I'm not going to put 200 quid alloys on a car that I'm going to sell for 100 quid, because it's stupid, that. So I took the alloys off, standard wheels back on. Standard wheels needed tyres all around, but the guy who was buying it off me, he was going to be parting it out or doing something. I don't know what happened, but so yeah, I had the alloys for a long amount of time, and then obviously I bought this, and this has different wheels, different PCD on the wheels, which means that a different fitment. So I couldn't just bog standard fit the bog standard. I couldn't just straight fit the Volvo alloys on this car. So I was like, right, I'm going to have to wait until I get a car with the same wheels as the Volvo then. Or unless I get another Volvo. So it was going through my head, hang on, there must be some kind of way of putting other wheels on this car, or the different sized wheels on this car. Did a bit of research, turns out you can get something called wheel adapter spacers. Now these are things that basically you bolt onto the hub, and then you can change the PCD, if you really want to, of your wheels, which means that you can put totally different wheels on. The spacer part pushes it out, basically. It acts as a spacer. You can get a straight spacer, which are the same, which have the same hub on them, basically. But I mean, I wanted to get a different one so I could put the Volvo alloys on. Now there was a little bit of like, well, will it fit? Will it won't fit? And when I had a couple of issues. Me being stupid, I cross-threaded the hub threads, so I kind of was a bit stuffed with that. Managed to sort it out at the garage, then I managed to replace them, and then I decided to do the job properly instead of trying to do something that won't work. So I decided to get all the correct sizes of all the nuts and everything, all the lugs, all the bolts, all the threads. I also got a doggy people. I also got a tap and die kit, so I sort of like, if I did make the same mistake again, I could correct it. So yeah, and I got quite a nice quid. To be fair, the kit only cost me 30 quid. And it's really good, to be honest. You get all kinds of different sizes in it. It's quite good. The guy was saying that it was quite expensive for a kit, and I was like, 30 quid for a full-on tap and die kit. You get all kinds of different sizes in it, and all kinds of different tools and bits and bobs. So I thought it was actually quite a good purchase. Plus it means that if I'm an idiot and I do the same thing again, I can sort it out myself, and I don't have to sort of go around wasting time and buying new things. So yeah, managed to sort it out. Bolted them all on, and the car looked absolutely amazing. It suited the car so well, with especially the colour of the alloys that I actually did. It did suit it. I mean, they are maybe a little bit dark. Some people have said that I should go either silver or white with them. I don't really know what white's going to look like though, because I have never seen these alloys in white. The standard they come silver. These were silver at some point. But I'm not a massive fan of. I mean, obviously the alloys that were on this car originally were white, and they did suit the car. However, they weren't 17 inch. They were 15 inch. So, there's a river coming into its use there. So yeah, I mean, another problem that I had was because of the wheels being 17 inch. They did rub a little, but they were only rubbing on the mud guards on the front. So what I've done now is I've taken the mud guards off, and then hopefully I won't have any more rubbing problems. It does rub a tiny bit. However, some people have said that all I need to do is just put smaller tyres on, which basically means that they're narrower tyres. So where the rim goes to the outside of the tyre, basically that distance you just get it shorter, and then they don't rub, which will sort the problem out. At the moment these tyres are 45s. I think they're 45, so either 45 or 40s. But you can go all the way down to like 10s if you really want, but 10s are like slick things, that type of thing, really. but I think that might be a little bit too dramatic. If I go down to 30s, then I think it'll look good and they won't rub. So, but the amount of grip, I mean, I can already feel that the car is a lot more stable. With how wide the tyres are, it does kind of tend to pull. You've got to be on the, you can't just let go of the steering wheel because it'll start pulling, especially on the motorway. You've got to be in full control of the car. You can't go messing about or anything. You have to be fully aware of what's going on. Other than that, when you do turn, it does stick into the corners. It keeps the car like not flat because it starts changing the suspension, but I mean, it makes the car more true in the corners. It stops understeer. I haven't had any understeer in this car so far. Oversteer, I've had a tiny bit of oversteer. However, it hasn't been dramatic. It's been controllable because of the fact that the front tyres have got brand new, front wheels have got brand new tyres on. The rears are kind of on the way out. But it was going through my mind that what I could do is I could swap the rears with the fronts, because then the rears will have brand new tyres and I can change the fronts to smaller tyres so that they fit the car better and they don't rub. I'll pull over here and show you guys. So yeah, I mean, you can see, obviously, that one's filthy. This one, you can see the colour a bit better. So, I mean, I'm not going to go through the colour because I went through that with you, but with the Volvo, but basically, 2 coats of black on the back and blue, like I did as a bit of an aesthetic thing. You can see now my vented and, not vented, drilled and grooved brakes. And I've got EBC green stuff pads on them. They're doing quite well, to be fair. They're not actually, people have said that they don't last very long, but they've actually done okay for me. I've got drilled discs on the front, and on the back I've got standard discs, but they all have EBC pads as well. So yeah, I'd like to get some new lug nuts. These are just bog standard ones, cheap ones that I got. I'd rather get some either black or like some quite good blue ones. Because you see, originally, I don't know if you can remember back to one of my other vlogs, but I did say that with the car I wanted to go white and blue, because I'd never done that. I'd done black and blue with the Volvo, black and blue with the Peugeot. But I don't know, because the wheel, with the rims being dark, and with that front grille being dark as well, being black, I think it's starting to look quite good, to be fair. So yeah, I mean, the tyres are, right, they're 45s on the front. They're the same size, they are the same size all around. However, it's gonna, 45s, I don't know, 35s would do quite good, but I think 30s would look better. Obviously it's a bit silly having bigger tyres on the back than the front, but I mean, as long as it works and everything. That panel keeps popping off, it's annoying me now. I still haven't managed to get those 2 side panels sorted. They still haven't been, I don't know what's going on. This one, all I need to do is just wait until I've got the time to get it sorted. This one, I don't know, I'm waiting for my insurance company to get back to me about that one, but I don't know what's going on. But no, these mud floors at the back are white. The car's filthy, absolutely filthy at the moment. Oh, some guys coming up. And yeah, they are white. Well, they're kind of like a clear white. They're filthy, obviously, but I mean, it's one of them things. The whole car is just absolutely filthy. But that's the main change that I've been doing, that I've done recently. Other than that, I forgot if I covered it in the last one, but I did stickered the car. The only stickers that it has are the Ignis Owners Club, because I'm part of that club, the Wirral Coast, and the Demon Tweaks. That's the only one, because I've only left professional ones, and I haven't messed about with all the, you know, the Minions and that. because it's a bit silly that, and they made the car look naff basically. Things that I next want to do: sort the front splitter out. That I need to get sorted. The one at the moment, it's just hanging off basically. Well, it's secure, but I mean it's still a little bit hangy. And that is pretty much it at the moment. Ideally I'd like to get the rear windows tinted, but that's like, I'm not massively fussed. I'm not going to be going out of my way to do things like that. 2 panels sorted, and then that should be it for the car. No more messing about with it or anything. So yeah, that's pretty much been it on this vlog. I'll be catching up with proper topics on things next year. I'm gonna get in because it's well cold out here. So yeah, and that is pretty much it. Like I say, I'll be doing more vlogs after the new year. That's only because, like, I don't want this one to be like a massively long vlog or anything like that. It's only meant to be a little update or anything. So yeah, this video will be coming up, and also hopefully, I don't know if I'll be doing it tonight, it'll probably be tomorrow now. Compilations, they'll be coming up, and yeah, that is pretty much it. I'll be doing my typical end of year sum up video. I did that last year. So yeah, I mean, not really. Oh, ow, hit my visor then. This hasn't been a fun vlog, but it's like a sum up of just stuff, I guess. I don't really know. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm just rambling on now. But I will be getting back into my usual vlogs. Oh god, it smells like poo-poo around here. Oh, doggies. It's doggy season around here. She was laughing her head off. But, oh, spoiler alert. Next year, I'm going to be taking this car to some track days. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about Three Sisters Racetrack, but I'm basically going to be going there and doing some racing. Not actual racing, it's a track day. It's more just like you pool around and you can thrash it if you want type of thing. But that should be a lot of fun, because the things there are actually quite cheap. They're well, not cheap, but they're affordable. And the amount of fun that you can have on those courses is just amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I will see you guys in the new year. So this has been Monkeys.com signing out. I'll see you signing out. Not signing out. Like I'm not on a computer. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next year. Bye.